Radio. Shout it.
What's happening, what's happening, what's happening? Of course, you know it's your folk, Beehive Radio shouting. Stepping in the building, I got an A-Town legend, a man that put it down for the town. Block ENT, big block in this thing, the East Side Chevy Rider. What's good with it, boss?
What's up with you, baby? How
man,
you?
feeling good, feeling great. First of all, I got to say, appreciate you stopping through this thing and hollering at a player, man.
I appreciate you selling me, dog.
Now, Block, can we take it back to when you crunk up Bad Boy South in the A and you put it down for the town? First of all, how did that whole situation even come about?
Well, you know, I was, we'll take it back a little bit further.
Yeah.
Back in 94, 95, like I was running around here with Tupac and Outlaws.
Facts.
And I ran the Puff a couple of times back then through the Jack the Rappers. And that's how me and Mark Pitts got real cool, the president of RCA.
Yeah.
He managed Biggie. And I was running with Pac and the Outlaws. I was really just getting my feet wet with the music business, kind of you know trying to take advantage of my hustle business, cause back then, man, you know, like I'm from East Lake, I'm from Kirkwood. You know, we thought back then all this rap shit, the music shit was for lame ass niggas. But I would keep tired of that trap, my nigga, and I was like, you know what? Let me do something else with my money. And I kind of like invest in some rappers, you know, here and now. You know, so I run around with Pac and them, and. So I revisited the whole situation with Bad Boy, speed up to about 2001, 2002. Me and Kim Porter real cool.
Okay.
And Kim used to come by, her and Ebony, and she used to come by the studio, chill out with us, and share some records I was doing when I was just being the boys in the hood. And she was like, man, them motherfuckers dope. Let me let Puff hear it. But at this time, my boy Terry at noontime, cause I was noontime, he took it to Dre. Except for me, with me and Dre. I was on a plane going to see Dre, and Puff was hitting me, but he had a blank number. Kept coming across. Like, what the fuck is this? So Kim called me. So Kim called me. Kim said, "Hey, Block." She was like, "Hey, Puff been trying to call you for like 2 days." I was like, "Man, I don't know these numbers."
Exactly.
So he got on the phone. He said, "Hey, man, listen." He said, "Man, I'm really fuck with that group you got, Boys in the Hood. I want to sign them." And now, you know, Puff wasn't really in the music business. You know, he had walked away and was doing that Broadway shit. He was doing Raising the Sun.
Facts.
So I was like, okay, cool. Well, I'm on the plane now for to go to L.A. How to Dre. Dre want me to shout at him for like 3-4 days. He said, nah, I have a jet for you. Man, just when you land in L.A., I have a jet for you. I said, no. I'm a real one, man. If I say something, I'm going to do it.
Thanks.
So I went and I shouted Dre for like 3 days. And I saw Game was there. I saw a lot of more, you know, like New Orleans, Eminem, all them was there. I was like, at this time, you know, BML, Meech had them boys going to the club. Like, man, we was spinning in the street. We were real hot. Yeah. Because, you know, BML would spend no money unless them boys were playing or some G's were playing. So every time they spent money, them boys was going, so the shit was hot.
My God.
So I told Dre, I said, man, listen, man, we got to go right now. And he was like, man, so we kind of tried to figure it out. And then Puff was like, okay, cool. So I flew to New York. I shot a Puff about 3-4 days. So I flew G's and Jazz and Noon up there with us, and we did the deal.
Okay, so now when Boys in the Hood dropped, man, and I mean, you got 4 of the hardest boys coming out of the city, man. I mean, song going crazy, and it's Block ENT time in this thing. How were you feeling at that time, Block?
Well, you know, I'm a street nigga, and I never ran toward the light. You know, I've always wanted to be in the back. I've always wanted to make my swing connect. Mm-hmm. And once I connected my nigga, I played my part back. Mm-hmm. Since I'm feeling like, boy, now I don't got to go to my fucking kid's school and say, I'm an investor in this, or I got a long service, or, you know, now I can say I'm doing something, you know? Yeah. And, you know, that's, you know, honestly, man, when my success was kind of like, because I'm Muslim too, my success was more like, okay, now I can stand tall and be proud of what I'm doing. Yeah. Not saying hustling, you know, not as a bad thing, because, you know, like I come from, you know what I'm saying, a fucking 2-bedroom project in East Lake Meadows. Yes, sir. Where we got them had a share bed, and I have my own bed until I went to prison.
My God.
Damn real, dog. Don't tell me I had my own bed when I went to Alto.
Alto.
Damn right.
Alto, okay, baby. So now when you went down the road, Block, what was going through your mind at that time?
Well, you know, like, like I went down the road before I was in the music business.
Okay.
Like I was an alto,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, from the end of 89, 90, and then I got out in like the end of 93.
Yeah.
So, it's like, then I went back to prison again, like for 90 days for some old dumbass shit. But when I was, finally made it. But but when I did all that time, and I was 17 years old.
Okay.
And shit like that. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like free all the bros too, man. Free everybody.
Talk to me about your time on the West Coast with Tupac though, man.
Yeah, well, that was in Atlanta.
What?
Yeah, Pop moved in Atlanta in 94.
Facts.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was him. And then I went back and forth with him.
Yeah.
But I was raised in, see my mom from Atlanta. My mom from Mechanicsville.
Okay.
Okay, my dad from Watts.
Okay.
So back and forth, he used to visit, go to school.
Yeah.
In LA, went to Washington High a couple of years.
Okay, then.
So I was back and forth from Atlanta, you know what I'm saying, from Atlanta to Watts.
Yeah.
Both east side.
Uh-huh.
And, but I met Pac in Atlanta.
So what was that young Pac like at that time?
Well, Pac was more like, when I met him, right, Pac was more like, he was more focused.
Yeah.
It was the focused Pac.
Uh-huh.
It was the Pac that, man, in the studio, grind, read all the time, empower his niggas around him, kept a lot of, yeah, I won't say respectfully. He just felt, when I met him, at that time, he felt a lot of people that was on his team for the wrong reason. So that's why you always hear Pac say everybody around his family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he rather let his family eat off for him than other people around him at that time.
Exactly. As a boss though, Block, what was it like for you when you started bossing up with your label, man, and then just understanding the industry and navigating that thing, trying to make them boys successful?
Well, like you said, man, I dealt with, everybody I signed was street niggas.
Yeah.
And you dealing with niggas like Jeezy that actually had $1 million.
Yeah.
You dealt with Duke that was an OG that understood the game, understood a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Then you dealt with a little young nigga like Joe the Breeze that just jump out the porch, don't know shit. You know what I'm saying? And then you met with Gee, man, the edge hanger, man. They'll bust your head anytime it's over with. So it's like just respect, because I'm gonna make you respect me. I don't give a fuck who you are, because I'm gonna respect you. You know what I'm saying?
What was it like making your stain though in Atlanta at that time? Because it was a lot going on, man.
Yeah, I manned up.
Yeah,
and this is what I want, and when I want something, I get it.
Exactly.
It's like like I understood, I understand things a little bit different than the average people I see in the music business now.
Uh-huh.
Like I knew, you got to think, I was on the sideline from 94 to like 97. I'm 94 to like 2001, and I signed Rick Ross in 96. You know what I'm saying? I signed Boyz n the Hood, Gorillas. Not Zodan, but I signed a lot of artists before that time, and I was running with Suave House. I ran Suave House from 96 to like 99.
Talk about getting down with T. Draper them over there though, man.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Like one other Greg Street, man. Like I was, like when I used to leave, I met Greg Street in 95.
Yeah.
And I used to say, hey, Street, listen, if I can come on and hang with you, let me get to know this business.
Exactly.
Because I understood more politics, and I understood that, you know what I'm saying, eventually the gang will come to being a boss, you know what I'm saying? Because like I was, once again, I knew, just being on the sidelines, I saw things on the sideline I knew I couldn't bring to my label.
Yeah.
So I knew, even some of the artists you sign, you don't really know they're a fuck nigga until it's too late. You know what I'm saying? You don't know if they gonna cross you out. You know none of that shit, because a lot of shit be instilled in niggas and embedded in niggas at a young age.
Yeah.
And see, a lot of fuck shit got beat out of me when I was a young nigga. My aunt, my mom, my pops, them, they weren't going for certain shit.
Yeah.
And I said that, and sometimes the reason these kids the way they are now, because they ain't got no parenting.
Yeah.
And they ain't got nobody that say, nah, nigga, that's wrong. Don't do that shit. So if you keep on going through your life without somebody disciplining you and tell you that ain't it, and you don't really know, because all of us, even me to this day, like I have to get mentored from either older people or I read things that make me think, oh, I ain't doing that.
Yeah.
Or nah, they ain't the way you're supposed to do that.
Exactly.
And see, some of these niggas, man, like, young niggas, when you sign them, you really don't know what you get yourself into. It's like and no disrespect in the orphans and all that, but it's kind of like when you get a kid you don't know nothing about, you bring them in your house as an orphan. You know what you get.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? The music been the same way. You really don't know what you getting until you go through things.
What was it like for you over there working at Suave House at that time, though? You got Ball and G, and then you bringing Rick Ross in there.
Yeah, well, you know, like I did Ball and G, I did Tila.
Yeah.
And then I signed Noah, was a young kid that me and Left I had.
Yeah.
And so when she passed, I just kept on going with him. And then I signed Ross, and I brought Ross to Drake. And then Drake walked away from the game. So then me and Ross had to come back and start beating the streets again. Because, you know, it took Ross 10 years.
Yeah.
From 96 to 2006. I was with him every day, every way of it. And you know, that's my brother to this day. And it's like dude's so solid. That's why he's so blessed. He's a solid nigga.
Yeah.
And you know, like, you know, just being at Suave House, Draper taught me a lot of things too, as an understanding of artists.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta understand, like you can't sign people just to have a big roster.
Yeah.
You gotta really sign a person and really help them out.
Yeah.
And see, that's what I see things like Thugger do it good.
Yeah.
Gucci does it good.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes it's not about the profit you make off of them. It's about you just sit back and just see how far that you can help a person.
Exactly.
So, you know, Draper kind of taught me those type of rule. Like, just don't sign anybody because they hot at that time or whatever. See how far you go together. Because it got to turn into a partnership some way.
Facts.
That's why I never like when I signed Jeezy, when I signed Ross, I never signed on the Block Entertainment. We did a partnership.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I knew, not saying the other guys that I signed, like Jock London wasn't bosses. It's just like, they were already on their way.
Yeah.
They already established certain stuff. So it was like, okay, let's just partner with this.
Exactly.
And I knew eventually, you know, see, that way the egos would be gone.
Facts.
Because, you know, niggas got egos.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas like, man, fuck on sound him. You know, so, you know, so I kind of like beat, you know what I'm saying, like beat them to the punch when it comes to egos and they think, you know, they got to lower themselves to do this, to do that. Nah, let's do a partnership. I don't got to eat as much as you eat, as long as I eat off of it.
Exactly. When you saw a young Ross coming into the game, did you see that star quality in him right then?
Absolutely.
What was it about him that made you say, you know what, we got to get this boy over here to Suave House?
Well, you know, like, Ross always was a boss. He always fought like a boss. He always had bigger things. Now we ain't gonna live like this.
Yeah.
He always wanted the big cars.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He always wanted that type shit.
Yeah.
So I said, man, once this nigga get on, he gonna take it up. He gonna hit the gas all the way. And so I saw it from day one, man. Toncat brought me to him. You know, brought him to me. And we just, man, you know, clicked up. He stayed with me off and on for like 6-7 years, and we've been brothers ever since '96. You know what I'm saying?
Can you speak about staying down though, Block? Because I mean, you got a story of longevity and
Absolutely.
staying down before you even took all the way off, man.
Yeah.
So what was that like with you just navigating the industry, saying, you know what, I got these goals, I know where I'm trying to go, but I ain't there yet, and I'm waiting my time.
You know, honestly, man, when I look back, I think, you know how I say the game choose you, and I think it really chose me, because when I look back, even at high school, go back to middle school, I used to kind of be a manager of all the top rappers in the cafeterias, bathroom hall, and before the bell ring, you know. So I kind of seen it now when I look back, and I was saying, damn, I always been in the game somehow. Yeah. And I think the game chose me to that point, and I was like, and I'm not a quitter, so I feel like if I start something, I'm going to finish it. And that's what just motivated. But that was just something instilled in me. Just this is how I am. That's anything I do.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you tell me come here and I say I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm there.
Facts.
And I'm gonna go all the way with it. No
Come
matter
on.
if I say the hard part is get me to say yes. Once I say yes, then you got me. And that's just how it is with me. I'm just gonna go all the way.
Young Jock going down, man. When you brought that boy into the game, what was that like when you said, okay, we got boys in the hood going crazy. Now it's Jock time to go crazy.
Well, you know, Jock was smart. And, and when I first met him, so I met him in the West End parking lot. And, and the dude had it, and the dude got it. Yeah. And I was like, you know, because I was more business at this time. And I said, okay, I said, he going to do it without me. Yeah. So I kind of just chose to be like, okay, cool. You know, me and Rico, we hooked up. You know, Rico managed all my acts.
Yeah, run up no Rico.
And I was like, man, I like this dude. I think he'll star. Yeah. And I took him to Puff, man. The Puff was shooting he was shooting a band.
Yeah.
And I took him to Puff, and Puff told me now. He was like, because the deal I had, it wasn't a label deal then. It was just an artist deal with Boyz n the Hood and Block NT.
Okay.
But I made a label deal because when I took Jock up there to Puff, he like, nah, Block don't think. He like, Block, you doing too good.
Yeah.
Man, get you somebody. I'm tell you, Puff, he's a star.
Yeah.
He wasn't a killer, a gangster, and I didn't want my shit to look like I'm Death Row.
Yeah.
That's what I didn't want Block NT to do. I wanted Block NT to be a label that you can relate to.
Mm-hmm.
Tough shit, hey, that shit, man, that shit only goes so far.
Yeah.
And so I didn't want other, these execs to make my labels to look like the down south Death Row.
Yeah.
As in the way they say it was built on.
Mm-hmm.
And so I said, I'm telling you, Puff, I gotta be the verse. I'm like, this dude, I'm telling you, this dude is an entertainer.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you, Block, he was like, nah, man. And I said, all right, cool. That didn't stop me though, once I started. So I came back and I just kept working job. Greg Street was like, hey man, I'm telling you, Block, create a dance. I've been looking at one of his part, everybody with a dance laugh.
Genius.
Oh yeah, so Puff, I said, yeah. I told Jock, I said, man, listen, you gotta start doing something.
Yeah.
And one day, man, they told me, man, Jock did a show on the east side. He like, Block, I got it. And I snuck in the scene. I said, that's it.
Yeah.
And Puff come down for Dallas Arthur's birthday party. He called me at 4 in the morning because I wake up early to go work out.
Yeah.
He said, nigga, let's go. I was somebody said, boy, that goddamn Jock going down, had the fucking clubs going crazy. And I was just talking. I was like, nigga, I ain't fucking with you till you give me 15 million, nigga, we can go. I'm just talking shit. He said, all right, let's go. And so, nigga, 2 days, nigga, I flew to D.C., he had a check and a label deal.
Okay, now, Block, when you threw that number out there, that man
I was trying to say 50, nigga. Shit.
Hell yeah.
I low ball myself, dog.
Okay, so now coming out of Little Vietnam, the next thing you know, you getting these millions. What was going through your mind?
Yeah, cause I was, so I had money then anyway because I had $3 million from Boyz n the Hood. Yeah, so it was like, okay. But I was just talking.
Yeah.
I don't know where that 15 come from. I was just, man, 15, man, we'll go. He said, all right, cool, no problem. So I went up there, he wrote in Sean in his personal name. It wasn't no company check.
Yeah.
And we rocked out.
Okay, so now I gotta go back though, man. I gotta ask you about being in LA with Dr. Dre. Mm-hmm. What was that like being in there with the Go-To production and being able to pick his brain for 3 days?
Well, it's like it was like it wasn't as intense as it probably seemed because it wasn't like you see now. Like when people fuck with you, they fuck with you. Like if you go, let's just say you go to Cali house.
Yeah.
You gonna probably eat. You gonna do everything. You gonna do everything. Cause Cali really rolled the carpet out.
Yeah.
It was more with Jay, more work. It was more. I get it when I can.
Exactly.
It just went like that. I just got it when I can. So we talked about the music. And I was more of a fan because it was Dr. Dre.
Exactly.
But it was like. I took the name from Cube, from the movie Boyz n the Hood, and I wanted. And at the time, I thought it'd be dope as fuck if Dre had it. If Dre had that group, you know what I'm saying? And that's, that's about all the world. But I was talking to Dre and more into this conversation after that than that day.
Then what would the afterwards
now he's just always told me. He said, "Man, shit, man, you did your thing." And, he's just proud of me. Because I come from those streets where he came up from in L.A. too. I came through Compton, Watts. You know what I'm saying? Long Beach, all them places right there, man. Shit, I play in the streets of them streets. You know what I'm saying? And he's just proud of me.
Can you talk about your West Coast ties
Absolutely.
with TDE and stuff?
Oh yeah. That's my relic. You know what I'm saying? Like his dad, my dad, family. And we grew up together in Nickerson, and like when J-Rock came out, top state all the way down.
Yeah. How the hell you gonna find yourself in the hardest projects in Atlanta and the hardest projects in the West Coast? Explain that to me, like, goddamn.
I try that every fucking. I'm like, damn. When I leave East Lake, I go over here to the guy, and they were black and white then. Now they cool off now.
Exactly.
I mean, they still killing machine up there. But boy, back in them days, boy, you couldn't. I mean, that gang shit was for real.
Yeah.
Like that's why I don't play with it. You know what I'm saying? you know, like I said, my dad, his bloodline, that's what they do, that's what they came up doing. I never came down here. I was throwing gang signs in the 80s, but I wasn't, niggas down here didn't know nothing about it.
Exactly.
But nah, man, that shit real deal over there now.
So now you got Boyz in the Hood and you pulled Jeezy in that thing, man. What was it like when you saw his motion and you said, hey, man, I need to get you in this damn group?
Nah, what happened with Jeezy
Talk to me.
Meech called me and asked me about, okay, at this time I was managing Jazz's Faye.
Yeah.
So Meech called me and said he had an artist that he wanted Jazz to do a song for him.
Uh-huh.
I said, okay, cool. I said, man, I said, come over to the studio. I said, yeah, bring him to the studio. And I'm working over here now with Trick Daddy, because me and Trick Daddy started building the group. Boyz is first, it was me and Trick. Yeah, so, and see, when I first did Boyz in the Hood, it wasn't the group I ended up with.
Yeah.
When I first started, I wanted a super group. Like I wanted T.I. You know, this was when T.I. was in jail. You know, T.I. was coming in and out of jail when he wanted to.
Yeah.
You know, T.I., Sean Paul for the Young Bloods, Trick Daddy, and Joe the Breed. That was the group at first.
Nigga.
Yeah. So we were making the shit, and I said, you know what? Anybody can make a super group. Mm-hmm. This probably won't have me around long. I said, once again, I'm on the sideline.
Uh-huh.
I'm seeing everything that makes people, and like right now, certain moves I've done, and thanks to a lot of that, the moves that and the seeds I planted got me relevant to this day.
That's right.
I got 4 label deals right now. You know what I'm saying? Alhamdulillah. So it's like, I'm still doing the same shit I did when I first came in the game.
Yeah.
So it's like I saw and I moved, because once again, I was on the sideline. I saw what get people forgot about. I saw that make you longevity. And I saw JD one day, and JD he said, man, make sure that whenever you sign or whoever you sign with, make sure they better see your moves, because if you deal with people out of town, they can't see the street moves you're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that really, I said, damn, you're right.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, when I first started signing, deal with Puff, I was like, he won't be able to see the shit, because I want to go fuck with JD at first.
Yeah.
But I was like, but it seemed like I really need to be JD competition. I didn't really want to partner up with nobody, because I knew the mentality I had.
Yeah.
The mentality I have is destroy. I've always don't play with nobody.
Come on now.
Yeah. I mean, don't play with nobody. So I knew if I had the same people to push me, budget me the same way all these JD and Dallas and Organized Noise said, if I had somebody behind me,
exactly,
it's over. You know, so one of my strengths is understanding the position I'm in.
Exactly.
A lot of people don't know. A lot of people, they be in position, but they don't know how to work they muscle. They don't know how to work their tools they got.
Talk about working your move, though, man, because, I mean, like you say, that's just the knowledge of playing chess and knowing how to play the game. A lot of folks, like you say, don't know.
See, I was going through them buildings. Once again, I'm always go back to on the sideline from 94 till I finally got my own situation. And I saw a lot of things, and I knew in them buildings, I mean, I'm looking at a 60-year-old white man telling me my culture. Like, how you gonna come and tell me some street shit and you catching the goddamn train in New York going home and back? For him, people don't know who you really are.
Yeah.
So I just kept seeing, oh, they don't want to get their hands dirty.
Yeah.
So they gonna always need me.
Thanks.
They gonna always need me to be able to go in the projects,
yeah,
go in the streets and get all the hot shit out. My job will never be on, because they ain't gonna do it.
Yeah.
That's why they use the internet right now. That's why they use analytics. They're not gonna come and get the real talent.
Thanks.
They ain't gonna do it.
Working with Puff Daddy, man, what kind of game did you pick up from him?
Oh man, hustle, man. The game, the marketing game. But Puff told me this too. Puff said, listen, dog, they used to laugh at me when I used to dance on the videos and be on the records, but I'm here. He said, man, don't let your artists, outlive you.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn. So that's when I started thinking, like, damn, you're right. I'm like, JD still here. He talking on the record.
Yeah.
Shit, Swiss Beats, he talking on the record.
Yeah.
So I just thought, I said, damn. She one big block up. I carry the East Side Chevy Rider shit.
I mean, speaking of being a Chevy Rider, man, talk about them cars though, Block, because you like to come down in them things, man.
They can't fuck with them cars. Anybody with a dunk, anybody with old school. I still, I'm still got 100 to 1 million. Ooh. I got the hardest dunk in the world. I don't give a fuck who you are. You can be anybody. You know what I'm saying? Ross the only one with Zim, this is my little brother. Anybody else can get it. You can be a football player, basketball player. You can be any damn thing. I got the hardest dunk in the world.
My God. What was it that got you into them dunks?
It's my lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, trapping, old school, muscle cars, Miami, they say Miami really brought out the dunks or whatever, but I always liked the old glass house.
Yes, sir.
You get 6'9" Camaro, I've grown that big, that little motherfucker. I'm 6'4" and a half. You better squeeze into the 6'9" Camaro, so you go to a Chevelle.
Yeah.
And then, I was like, I just like a glass house in there, So 7'1" and 7'6" in Palo. It's an Caprice, a don't.
My God.
You know what I'm saying? And I am the king of that shit.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say it again. I don't give a fuck you a football player, boxer, basketball player. Nigga, all want to spend the same. Nigga, I got a clean 100 for mine.
My God.
One-on-one. Bumper to bumper. Not speed, bumper to bumper, nigga. Whew. Yeah.
Young Jacquees, discovering him, man.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
But Vernon Forrest and I was real good friends. He was the boss.
Yeah.
And a matter of fact, he was my boy's godfather. And so we were going to Boston, training one day, and Jacquees was in there with the trainer Byron. And Byron, like, man, this little kid can sing. And I was like, okay. He has swag, then he had heart. What I love about Jacquees when I met him, he had heart.
Yeah.
And he just felt like he was the best in everything he do, and I like that. You know what I'm saying? I love a nigga that believe in himself.
Yes, sir.
Cause these hating ass niggas, they gonna try to knock you down every day.
Come on.
You better believe in yourself. Shit. So and then the reason it didn't probably work out between us. It wasn't Jacquees and I. It was just other things around him.
Yeah.
It was just other components around him. And I was like, man, before I be a fuck nigga and block his career and hold him up and do all that fuck shit. I just wish him well.
Yeah.
So Chris Brown came one day and said, hey, Brown, everything cool? I said, yeah, man, because I had paperwork on him.
Yeah.
I like, man, it's cool. And I brought in Chris Leiter before he passed.
Yeah.
Me and Chris Leiter, we were, gonna do some big shit with him, but he passed, and I was like, I told Chris, hey, man, he got my blessing.
Yeah.
And then I really know how that went. And then Baby called me one day and was like, that he just signed him and, do I got a blessing? I said, yeah. Because I did a song with Nicki, too. It was kind of like, for my girl Chris Kelly, it was kind of like, it was going to be a swap, like, man, just kill this shit, But, Jacquees, my little nephew, I say.
Yes, sir.
Family forever.
Now, you and Kim Porter, man, y'all friendship. Can you talk about how y'all met and just the friendship that y'all had?
Yeah, man. Hey, man, we just family, man. I've been knowing Kim for a long time, before she even met Puff.
Yeah.
And we just stayed cool, man, like over the years. We just stayed cool. And it got real cool when she, kind of was the glue to the deal. I just always kept her in the middle of my deal. So, it's kind of hard to voice your girl. Me and Puff come to the standstill. I just called Kim. Man, tell this nigga. So I said, he said, you a smart country nigga. You don't want no problem with your girl tonight. You came home tired as fuck. She said, hey, man, what's going on with you and my brother, man?
Yeah.
But me and Puff laugh about that all the time. But yeah, man, she's just a real one. Man, Kim was more real than some of these niggas out here, man. Kim was solid.
My God.
You know what I'm saying? I hate that happen to her.
Yeah. Now, when we think about Atlanta and doing that Block ENT time, man, the city was fire hot. Yeah. And I don't even really know if it's been as hot as that time right there, because there was so much stuff coming out. And then it was just the energy in the city. Yeah. Can you talk to me about being a big dog in the middle of that time and what that feeling was like?
Yeah, once again, we're Muslim, so every day, it's more about humbling yourself. So I never looked at it like, if you see some niggas now, they throw money club and do all that, it was against my whole core. Yeah. So I wasn't like, I know it's a big dog before the music and the record. So I kind of, but nah, man, it felt good. Like I said, man, it felt good to be able to really empower some young niggas and really help to feed these niggas more than anything.
Exactly.
And what I see now in the music business now, the way A turning, it's like we fuck with each other, but we don't fuck with each other. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's so much money out here now. Like, man, now it's so easy to get some money, man. When I was getting money, I had to swim through motherfucking the sea. Nigga, I had to goddamn swim through Jaws, goddamn all kind of shit to get some bread. Now these niggas are tiptoeing in the pool, man, to grab that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, you know what, man, I'm gonna do this shit one more time. You know, I had to, you know, like all my relationship good. All the people that was interns running the music business, and I helped them get on their feet.
Yeah.
It's like no problem by, you know what I'm saying? Understand, y'all. You gotta understand politics and relationship.
Yeah.
Only for how hot you are. Because you don't gotta be hot and get a check.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If your relationship cool, you know, so you just gotta just stay down with that and understand that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
It's all about politics and relationships, man. All other shit don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? You be here going tomorrow.
Speaking of politics and relationships, a relationship that we saw Slick Minute on Versuz, Jeezy and Gucci. What was that like when you saw that, man?
Hey, man, it was, I mean, to me, because I was there.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, you know, Gucci from my hood was on 6, and Jeezy was the artist I signed and put in my group. So I was always in the kind of middle, but not in the middle because, you know, we let men fight right here where we from.
Yeah.
And, you know, I mean, like it felt good that they really like, you know, like let bygones be bygones. We know death happened within that, but you got to grow up still. You got to grow.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So now, man, it felt good to see that, to see the battle like that, and for them to really, you know what I'm saying, squash all the shit and move.
Exactly.
Because I heard they doing a show together and all that shit now. Well, not together, but but I heard they on the same bill.
Exactly.
I mean, that's good, man. That's a lot of revenue.
Come on now.
And listen, if they get together and do a whole fucking shit
tour,
it's over.
Exactly.
It's over.
Speak to me about the money in rap, because a lot of folks have a hard time trying to see the check. How do you go about getting the check?
That's easy. That's the easy part. Like, now you can like, okay, the music business now built on is a lot of shit been built on analytics.
Yeah,
it's kind of like the record companies feel like, listen, I pay for this shit if you get it. I give you whatever you want if you take your record from 0 to 60.
Ooh.
If you want 2-3 million, I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
If you need some help and you want to take from 0 to 30, you got a deal. So really, if you want a deal, so if you really want to get a deal, just take your record from 0 to 30. If you want a deal, if you want some millions, take that bitch from 0 to 60 where they can come. Because our record labels do that anyway, just follow the lead and just time 10 whatever you do.
Exactly.
They follow your lead now, and that's even better.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, when I came in, they were trying to tell me what a damn singer is for the street shit. I'm like, man, get your ass out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, how the fuck can I go at the mountain to tell these niggas this bullshit right here is something they gonna relate to? That ain't gonna happen with the street label. So yeah, man, I mean the money kind of easy. If you get off your ass and you kind of like do your homework and get it bubbling yourself,
yeah,
man, you get way more money.
What was it like fighting in them boardrooms back then with your vision against the corporate vision?
Well, see, one good thing about me, I start like the game they playing now. I started that shit. I mean, I was doing that. Like Boyz in the Hood was moving without. I had like Jesus said, he had 2 record deals. Radio wasn't fucking with us.
Yeah,
nigga, we beat the streets. You know what I'm saying? Internet wasn't them.
I recall.
You know so you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, you know, like nigga, when I got in the game, nigga, but we had to beat the streets, boy, and and the shit had to be good.
Yeah,
not no bullshit, not no dancing and all that old shit. We say, I don't know how they get the money now, but boy, that shit wouldn't work for me anyway. That dance shit, that day.
Gorilla Zoe, man.
Oh man, that's my nigga.
Talk to me about dropping that boy out here in these streets and watching him blow all the way up.
You know, when Zoe first came to me, he came to me with Hood Nigga as a record for the group.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, they ain't gonna rap nobody else shit. And he was like, so I said, my nigga, I'm just gonna turn you to a rapper.
Yeah.
And he was like, for real? I was like, yeah. I said, nigga, we're gonna just use this for you. And that's what happened. He trusted me, man. And you know what I'm saying? Once again, that's my brother forever. And man, you know, Zoe is one of the most Zoe is a monster, man.
Yeah, he is.
Man, Zoe is a real artist, a real street nigga here. I mean, Zoe the shit, man. And then if I need artists out here, my nigga, I keep Zoe any day for some of the other niggas I had.
What is it like when you see folks like Zoe, Jock, Boys in the Hood, Rick Ross, them blow all the way up, and you thinking to yourself, man, I had my hands on them boys early, helping them out with it, man. What is that feeling like?
I mean, you know, like I had Sierra too. I did Sierra first album. So 3.8 million copies. People, a lot of people don't even know that. You know, and no, it's just like I said, man. You know, where I'm from and when I'm built on, man, I'm more built on always, man. Help building the next nigga, man. My partners, them. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be the only nigga and the bigger fish in the sea. I don't mind about other people eating. Feel good to see, you know what, that's something I help take to this level.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because, man, listen, man, it took Greg Street, it took Tony Draper.
Yes, sir.
It took some niggas out my hood that really believed in and stayed down. My nigga, the whole Zone 6. Kurt Wolf, before you even heard of goddamn Zone 6, nigga, I was screaming Zone 6. You know what I'm saying? You know, it wasn't cool then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But now it's cool to be from Zone 6.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But, you know, that's just me though, you know.
Talk to me about Atlanta though, Block. The 90s Atlanta, Freaknik. What was that environment and that experience like? And how do you compare that to the early 2000s, man, when that crunk was crazy?
You can't, because Freaknik, man, is a different crunkness. It's different. You know, Freaknik was all about being free, I think.
Yeah.
It was more like, man, fuck, man. Like, it wasn't, I don't even remember the police.
Yeah.
Man, like, Pop came to Freaknik one time and the girl chased us, man, all the way around that motherfucker, man. You know, it's like, you know, like Freaknik was, man, it was just different, man. It was just different. And crunk was like, just, to me, crunk music was an era for the crunk in the clubs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Freaknik was more of to me, it was more of a goddamn party.
City thing.
Yeah, like a big ass party, just a big ass party. Crunk was more like just some route, just getting rowdy in the club.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know.
So now when we speak about that Freaknik too, because I try to explain it to the young folks, and it seems like a myth and legendary, but I mean, when I tell folks the expressway was stopped and it was going down, I grew up around the corner from Greenbrier, so we could go to the grocery store and it's going down.
Yeah.
What was going through your mind at that time when you realized that Atlanta was popping? And did you think from that point that this place had the ability to turn into the hip-hop mecca, well, not the hip-hop mecca, but the biggest thing in goddamn hip-hop?
Well, at the time, I never thought that.
Yeah.
But now, you know, because we were living in it.
Yeah.
But when I look back and I look at how Mayor Jackson them in the 70s looked at Atlanta.
Yeah.
You know, as a middle class, like a middle class city. They built Atlanta to be a middle class city back in the 70s.
Yeah.
You know, like when Mayor Jackson came on, Mayor Maynard Jackson came on, and they saw how our culture, it was just in Atlanta, it was just free.
Uh-huh.
And then, so when I look back now and look at how hip hop is, I see how Atlanta was. We was ready for that. They prepared us for that.
Exactly.
So it's kind of easy.
Friendship with Big Meech, man. When Meech touched down in the city and BMF started going crazy. Talk to me about that experience.
Well, you know, I knew Meech, since the 90s, man.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Meech, you know, like Meech had, you know what I'm saying, like friends like Charlotte Maurice, them, the East, you know, West Side, and Danny Boy, all them.
Yeah.
You know, that he came, you know, like when he came over there with Greg and them over there off Glenwood, the East Side.
Yeah.
So I used to see him all the time. Ponytail, I used to see him all the time.
Yeah.
And so when the music came, once again, the music came, everybody knew I was a real street one, you know, and, you know, they said, shit, we seeing Block still in this shit.
Yeah.
And they just trying to just, you know, give a little knowledge of this and that. And it just turned into a friendship.
Friendship with Alpha Mega, man, another street one. I mean, talk about him and y'all coming up together.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Alpha with Alpha Mega first.
Talk to me.
Yeah, Alpha did 10 at first. Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? So Alpha was in like from Techwood. You know what I'm saying? We was in, I met him at Alto.
Yeah.
So you know when you go to Alto, it's like the city. It's like if you from the city, it's okay. You stick together.
Yeah.
Outside of everybody else, it's considered country.
Yeah.
So you ain't from. Back then it was Atlanta Cab.
Yeah.
Maybe Marietta slid in there. College Park slid in there too.
Yeah.
Because it was like
Southside.
Atlanta, Decatur, yeah. And but everywhere else, Macon,
Yeah.
that Ulster, you know, Athens, all them were country boys.
Yeah.
So you know, so we stuck together and we was in Dorm 11 together, and And then so once I got out, and then he got out, because he did 10 years, then he got out. I think he did 5 more years in the feds, and then by the time he got out, the music was popping. It was easy.
Talk to me about being down there in Alto, man. And I mean, this is just for other young black men that's going through the same thing. What was your mindset at that time, and how the hell did you go from there to where we got now?
Well, like I went down, for manslaughter, aggravated assault. Did 4.5 years on it. It really wasn't worth it. Yeah. I was a young nigga like them. I was 16, 17, doing the same thing. So I can kind of relate to. I mean, man, you got to think, man. You coming from being up under your parents' house. You coming from being, and then you want to spread. Hey, man, when your ball drop down. Yeah. And then I'm gonna do the fuck I want to do. Yeah. And sometimes. Once again, if you're not parenting right, if you ain't got nobody like OGs, like kids, shit, I don't know they even got OGs now telling them what's right from wrong. I know I did. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I had one set OG say, kill him. I had one set OG say, nah, think about it. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of about, honestly, man, a lot of this shit be in you before you even know it's in you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, you know what I'm saying, they get, some of them be crash dummies. Yeah. Some of them be niggas that they ain't got nobody guide them. Yeah. And I think that's what it is to this day. I think, you know what I'm saying, like when I went out, I told you wasn't nobody, like, I was past the guidance part. Yeah. I was more because mine was on some stupid shit anyway. But mine was on some, this our hood. This what we do. And mine, but I mean, just as a message to the kids, man, you gotta, my nigga, read, man. You know what I'm saying? Give yourself some type of mentorship. Yeah. Like even to this day, so I'm Muslim, but I would still go and read some stuff with some king speeches. I would go Marcus Garvey. I would like I'm self-taught as in, get some to be based upon something. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Be more than just street shit.
Have a purpose.
That's it.
Yeah.
Have a purpose.
So now, talk to me about when Block ENT are going crazy as hell and your phone is ringing off the damn chain and you dealing with this fame, money, and responsibility at the same time.
Oh, that shit right now, they ain't never stopped.
Talk to me.
They ain't never stopped. It's like what you got to do now is man, like prioritize, Yeah. Man, boy, I'm down to show you my age right now, boy. I got grandkids and all, nigga. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, you got to prioritize, and then you got to know too, once you raise your kids and you got to make sure that you raise them in a way where they come back to you. Yeah. Because sometimes you can raise your kid and say, fuck you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Then sometimes, I don't know, because I talk to friends all day. Me and all my kids cool, Yeah. Besides, one of the ones, on Housewives, talk that shit. But that's just something different.
How do you deal with your personal life being on TV, Block?
Well, I'm tricked to be on that TV show. Because it's like this, and I'm gonna speak on this, like when I was dealing with Candy, I already had a family. So that I had a daughter inside of that. Yeah. Then when you go behind my back and you call my girl at home and tell her you pregnant, you got to handle that beef yourself. So now my girl at home said, bitch, fuck you. You ain't coming here. So now I'm caught up in the beef because what's right is I'm going to take care of my kid if that's my responsibility. Yeah. But if you choose to keep your kid over there and don't bring him over here, then that's you. Because one thing about me, I'm not going to chase you at all. Yeah. Now, if you want me to put a check in the mail to do that, I did that for 14 years. Yeah. And when Riley turned 14, her mom was like, listen, I'm going to let you handle that a little bit. Y'all got a relationship. Y'all handle your business. Now, if she was raised up hearing y'all beefing with me and she want to keep her relationship to herself, that's that. Yeah. I'm here. Yeah. But, like I just don't jump through hula hoops with stuff like that. That just ain't never be me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And, raising kids is real sensitive when you gotta have. Okay, to me, when your kids don't live with you, it's all gonna be hard. Yeah, to raise them the way you want to raise. Yeah, and especially the way I did with her. Yeah, it was like some sideline shit, and it happened, and she got out of control. I got 4 kids by this one. It's like I'm not finna go home and hear that bullshit over here. Hey, here your money, but whenever you need me, I'm here for you. Yeah. come on, I got you.
Yeah.
And that's how it is now. So now we just, she 18 now. She going to college now, you know what I'm saying? I wish her well. I'm here for her. But with my other kids, I got 5 more kids. I got 4 by one girl and 1 by my wife now. So it's like, but all my kids stay with me.
Yeah. So
raising your kids and going up in the music business, you most definitely got to have a backbone to say, you know what, I got this at the house. You handle your business. Cause if you go back and forth with that shit, you'll never make it because you got to be focused.
Talk to me about staying focused all this time, though, Block, because, I mean, you've been in the game running fast for a long
26
time.
years.
So were there ever any down times where you were like, I ain't showed it this shit for me, or was you just always pushing through? What the hell?
Well, you know what I did, like, around 2000, okay, so I popped around 2011, 2012, I want to raise my kids.
Yeah.
I wasn't raising my kids as thoroughly as I wanted to.
Yeah.
So I said, you know what? So I'm going to take a break. I told Puff, I said, listen, because I had so I was with Puff for 14 years, Atlantic. For 14 years, I was like, you know what? Let me just back up. And I'm gonna create me like a little management company, like a lifestyle management company, where I can just keep my relationship going. But artist wise, I want to just start raising my kids. So that's what I did for the last 5 years. So then I said, you know what? Around 2018, 2019, I said, okay, then cool, then time come on back. Yeah, like I did with a dabble with it to keep my relationships going.
Yeah.
I helped Ross with Maybach. I helped this person. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, you got to balance yourself.
Yeah.
Like, I've been getting 26 years, thank God, you know what I'm saying, alhamdulillah. And I still matter.
Yeah.
I still sign deals. Labels call me every day. I still consult a lot of shit. So it's kind of like you gotta really, really, like, balance yourself where you don't do too much, and now they don't want you back.
Yeah.
I know some people, some exec, don't do too much. They don't give a damn you want back. But then I see some people that really didn't have their shot. That I think should have their shot. You know what I'm saying?
Eye for talent, though, Block. What is it that you see in artists that let you know that they gonna go?
Their heart. I mean, it's like boxing. You know what I'm saying? A real big. It's your heart. You ain't got heart, and then you ain't gonna last. Exactly. So if I see an artist, and because at first you don't see their heart, at first you see a talent or you see, like a look. Yeah. First have a look or a sound. Yeah. Okay, I like them. But then now you gotta see the confidence, like can they sell themselves? Yeah. That's me. That's what I love about Jock. I love about all my artists, honestly. You know what I'm saying? They sell themselves, and then last but not least, will they do it with or without me? Facts. That's what I look for, really. Yeah. Will this shit happen with or without me? See, that'll get me on my feet. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So I got some young niggas now. Boy, these motherfuckers ain't playing. You know what I'm saying? They'll do it with or without me. Like I got Big Stunt here. He a young kid, what I'm saying, out of South Carolina. He had one of the biggest records on TikTok. Ooh. Man, the boy gave him $1 million cash money. Okay, once again, like Stunt. Like I try to put his deal out there, but they gave him $1 million plus. But he started it. He never had one record out. He was in one record, dog, dropped that bitch, and that bitch went crazy.
My God.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
So now this brings me to a spiritual side of things, man.
It's always God.
How much do you feel is a calling? How much do you feel is the work that you put in? Or do you just feel like the steps is ordered?
That's a great question. See, I'm very spiritual too in life. I've always felt, like I said, remember I told you, I felt like it picked me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because no matter where I went, dog, like, okay, for example, when Tupac passed, his mama, like I always said in touch with, his mama the one who actually put me on. What? Well, I called, she said, babe, you still in the music? I said, yeah, so we just talking. She said, well, I got a couple of friends in the music business who want me to call for you. I said, shh, please. and it's crazy because me and Jazzy, because me and Jazzy Noon, we created Show Enough. Yeah. Show Enough was the label that signed Joe DeBreeze and signed Sierra. Yeah. So we had Sierra signed at this time, L.A. Reid signed. So we working over there. And then, like I said, I was checking on Pop Mom, and she was like, well, let me call Tom Wiley. He's the president of Warner Brothers. Ooh. And she was like, matter of fact, he the one signed Pop the Interscope. She called, she said, listen, baby, this is his number. Call him, he wait for you. I called him. Hey, I sent the names of the flights. 3 days later, we was in L.A., we signed Joe DeBreeze. He gave Joe DeBreeze $1 million, and he done met Jody 8 months later.
Damn.
Relationships.
Yeah.
And because Jody had a deal before Boyz in the Hood.
Yeah.
So I worked with Sierra. Once that got done, then me and Big Zach was working on it. And I said, Zach, I'm thinking about doing this group. He said, I'm down. You know, Big Zach the one did them Boyz hook.
Yeah. Oh,
you know,
Big Zach cold-blooded.
That is cold.
He cold-blooded.
Yeah, he cold. So Zach was like, man, let's do it. And you know, that is from now. But like I said, going back to the spiritual part, that was, you know what I'm saying, that was a law right there.
Yeah.
You know, Pop Mama, I mean, still going.
I need you to go deeper with your relationship with Tupac and his mama, man, because obviously that was deeper than the surface relationship when mama come in and show that kind of love.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's like, you know, one thing about them and that family over there, I mean, if you got there, it was deep.
Yeah.
It's hard to get inside that dirt road over there with the Stone Mountain. It was hard to go down that dirt road, but it was like, me and Set, Tupac's sister. Yeah. You know, I met her first in the line. That she introduced me.
Okay.
Like, and then that's how that went. And it's just you know, we just family, man. We just family. And once you go around them, you'll see everybody wide open. They no tripping. It was just one set, and that's what Pop was about. Pop about love, man. Pop about power, nigga. Facts. You know what I'm saying? And then play no games with you.
So now, when you think about your career, what was your favorite time, though, Block, when you felt like you were just having the time of your damn life in it?
Yeah. I can do what I want to do. No, see, because, man, all the new niggas, man, and all the young niggas are getting into this shit work. Yeah. This shit ain't easy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And when you can't go do some of the certain shit that you used to do, like, you know, it ain't, I mean, certain people can go to certain get-togethers. Some people can go to certain stuff. And I was around Puff. I was around Pop. I saw how that shit did them. They couldn't, like, man, when I first got with Puff, he had to have 2 security. I mean, you know, like, we're in the goddamn Ferrari. You got 2 security guards full of security guard rides beside you on the, I don't want that shit. You got to have security go to the store. That life I don't want, my nigga. Exactly. I want people to be able to approach me in a way where if I can help them, I help them. I don't want all other bullshit like that. So that's why I kind of did my deal where, you know, I was approachable. I didn't want the Hollywood life. I could have moved to LA. I could move all that shit now and get a Hollywood life and be stuck up and all that shit too. But I'm like, nah, that ain't me. Once again, that bitch shit got beat out me when I was younger. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So.
Nah, ain't nobody gonna be approaching Big Block, and then also after you done trained with Vernon Forrest. I mean, talk to me about boxing with a champion.
But I mean, Vernon came up, I mean, from 12, 13 years old together. Oh. Yeah, shit like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so he get deep enough.
Okay, that was some kind of UFC, exactly.
Yeah, I was, you know, into that first. You know, that's why my kids real competitive. Yeah. And like that. I mean, you know, like, but that was just a way, just like I say, use the time wisely. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Spend time wisely.
Exactly. You know? Lastly, Block, how can these folks contact you? And is there anything you want to get off your chest, my dog?
Nah, hey man, God is good, man. I appreciate it, you know, that I'm still, I'm still at a point where y'all want me up here.
Oh man, that ain't gonna never stop, Block. That ain't gonna never stop because at the end of the day, when you put it down for the time, see, like I say, everybody can't say they put it down for the time. Some folks just came around. You see what I'm saying? So I mean,
before me, it wasn't no trap music. I don't care what nobody say.
I mean, spit it to me, then. How you feel about that?
No, I'm just saying, like, before us, it was Tip was here. Yeah. Tip most definitely. Like, let me say that clear. Yeah. Tip was here, but he most definitely marketed the fuck out of trap. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was here, but I think I invested money in a trap artist. But even me, even if trap was around even before me, like you had JoJo and Dave, had the Hard Boys in the 90s, 89, 90s. You had Big Oop them. You had
Ghetto Mafia.
Yeah, Ghetto Mafia. You had all them. Yeah. So, you know, but it just took an executive from that spot to come out and cross over. I most definitely took the City of the A streets and brought it out.
I could definitely dig it.
And but I mean, there ain't no beef with that, man. Listen, man, these white folks streets, man. Shit, I learned that a long time ago too. Oh, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, hey, you know, just put the law first, man. Put God first, man. Never give up. That's what I always tell everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, you gotta keep them politics, that politic game right there. That's 90% of the music business.
Yes, sir.
Politics.
Block, appreciate you coming through this thing, boss. Wish you nothing but the best and much success. Be High Radio, shout it, Block. Big Block, ENT in this thing.